Thank you for your patience, one and all. I'm Essel. Welcome to Katamari. Hello. Welcome. 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 It is the holiday season. I don't know if I have anything to follow up that with, but just it is. Hopefully that is going well for anybody who is doing holiday stuff. Hello. The hair is a little not pleased right now, but well, you know, we take this. We take this. All right. So we have much to do tonight. Oh, we got a lot to catch up on, folks. Bake pie. Oh yeah. Well, right now what's happening is it's just the winter is like killing me. My damn scalp is greatly upset. Have I ever seen it this upset before? I don't know. It's good to see you, Bake Pie. Thank you for being here. Oh, you know we love it. You know we love it. Okay. There we go. All right, folks. Oh, hold on a second. Let me go grab my. I took some like paper notes. 1 second. I did. Okay. We have some things to talk about tonight. This game does not stay. Where are you, new game? All right, folks, it is time. We haven't done this since June. We know the drill. We got yapping to do. We have lots of yapping to do, so we're gonna just zip through right now, but we got to get started. Okay. Well, before we get started, actually, let me pull up my own YouTube channel in an act of insane hubris. No, what we're going to do real quick is we're going to scroll through. No, not that channel. Switch channel, please. I would like to change channels, please. Switch account. Okay. Content. Show me live. All right, we're just going to scroll back till you find June. We'll talk about what we've done since then. When was this? When was the last Katamari? Jesus. Okay. It was the post P3 edition, right? Okay, yeah. All right, here we go. So, for those of you who aren't familiar, Katamari and Chill, which is now the Katamari Kitchen, is a monthly / post main playthrough / whenever I have around to it series where we discuss what the hell's going on the stream, discuss plans, we structure these past, present, future. Fittingly enough, given we're in the Christmas season, I'm Ebenezer Scrooge, I guess, whatever. So we're going to go through, just real quick, talk about the past. And we're going to have this on the brain as we move forward here. Okay. SMT5. We'll get around to it. That's part of tonight's discussion. The day before Katamari, we did our first stream of Banjo-Kazooie. That was I think, a strong arc. We'll get around to that. Banjo-Kazooie, SMT5. Wildly, this was a packed week. Banjo-Kazooie, Katamari, SMT5, Banjo-Kazooie, SMT5, ZZZ Day 1. Crazy. Banjo, SMT, Banjo, SMT, blah, blah, blah. Bo, Path of Teal Lotus, great game, love that. SMT, ZZZ, SMT, Bo, weaving them in together. weaving them all in together. Gamescom. Risk of Rain 2 update, which was very buggy and I haven't gone back to since. The all-important, all-consuming Animal Well. Yes. The one stream we've done so far of Thousand Year Door Remaster. We will get around to this too. This is one of the lingering items. So things to talk about tonight. We have TVV. We have... Okay. UFO 50, good stuff. Enjoyed. Banjo-Tooie. Yup, killer. Banjo-Tooie Rando. Yup. Some Donk. Now we're getting into more recent stuff. Silent Hill 2. More ZZZ. Silent Hill 2, Star Rails. Silent Hill 2, Star Rails. Astro's Playroom, Astrobot, Path of Exile 2, etc., etc. That's the last few weeks. All right, so that's the past. Let's discuss this as we go here. Okay. I've forgotten how to roll the Katamari. This is so sad. This is so deeply sad. Forgotten how to roll the Katamari. I want to get started. What's up, Waffles? This is the Katamari. Thank you for being here for Katamari Kitchen, December 2024 edition. Okay. Those of you who've been here before, we've done this before. This is like our, fourth or fifth or so file of this game we've done on stream. Okay. Hello? Okay, so of the things that we just talked about, so past first, then present, then future. Well, present, which is, the present portion is always a little small, so we'll figure it out. Present here means immediate future. Future means long-term plans and ideas and cooking. So we'll get to that. Of course, at any point, if anybody has thoughts, ideas, questions, feedback, something they cool they did this weekend, a nice game, whatever, just speak. This is a very much a chat and talking kind of stream. Things you will never use again, things you will use again, things you will use again. So, let's get something simple out of the way first. Thousand Year Door. I would like to play more of Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door, Switch Remake, not remaster. I would love to do that. We did one stream, it was very fun. There's Cheers to Struggle. I would like to do this with @Zagreus LOL himself. Of course, I do not know if Zagreus LOL will want to do this. I know, I feel stupid. I'm using my new controller that I like a lot. I could switch. I could definitely switch. I know, I don't like the Xbox prompts. It drives me insane. Well, this controller is the right controller. Here's the problem with using a DualSense. It is expensive to use a DualSense. The battery life is very bad. And you have to do it with Bluetooth, which is infuriating. This controller can be used via Bluetooth or via a dongle. I prefer the dongle, genuinely, because it does not have me dealing with the Bluetooth protocol. The Bluetooth protocol, it sucks. So, you wouldn't send me Lucem. We'll see how it feels. It's so awful. I hate it too. I don't like it. I don't like seeing the Xbox prompts. They look wrong to me now. I've been using the PS prompts for so long. But, so it goes. So yes, I would like to do Thousand Year Door. There's a dongle? Oh. Oh, yes. Charging cable, yes. I plug it in all the time. I just don't feel like it. Well, we will decide soon. It does feel a little wrong to play Katamari with Xbox, in particular. So I don't know what to do. I would like to again sync up and link up and build with one Zagreus LOL. Also, if I'm ever making funny faces tonight, like I said earlier, my poor head has been getting decimated by the winter, and I'm dude, it's like, you know those like horror movies where somebody's like itching until their skin comes off? That's how my head feels right now. It's taking all my willpower to ignore it. Anyway. I don't know. Mr. Zagreus LOL has a new job which is taking a lot of his time this past year or so, 2 years-ish, close to 2 years, I think. And it's tough schedule-wise for us. So we will see. I think if we're trying to play the game, we should presume we're not going to get Mr. Zagreus LOL on for full streams, certainly. I'll try to talk to him and see what we can do. But I don't think like that hasn't been like a topic of discussion lately, so you know. That's so true, baby universe. Macho, thank you, Macho. Yeah, so we'll figure that out as we go. For other things that we have done in the past, real quick. Animal Well, I think it should be obvious by now that it is one of my favorite games of all time. I love Animal Well. It is unreal how good Animal Well is. I cannot stand up good things about it. Please play Animal Well. I would love to erase my memory of Animal Well to play it again. Please, it's so good. Oh my god. I can't get over how good Animal Well is. It's like criminal that this game did not get nominated for, or did not win a Game Award. It's insane to me. I mean, Blatcher deserves what I got too, of course, but holy shit. The Banjo games, really good. Very pleased you played the Banjo games. I had a lot of fun. I'm stunned with how like crispy Kazooie was, despite the major frustration, of course, of the note system in Kazooie. That was a hell of a game. That's a hell of a game. I think it's probably on balance a stronger game than Tooie. It's just that Tooie is just larger and has more going on, basically, which is especially good for Rando. So, and we'll talk more about Rando too. I have some thoughts for the future segments of tonight's stream. But yeah, that I'm very happy with. I think we've had a nice little platformer arc going recently. Very pleased with all that. Very pleased. Hello, Ozzy. Not much. We're just talking about we're talking about the history right now, going over what we've been doing since the last Katamari. So that's all been great. The Banjos, killer games. Animal Well, you know, again, that's maybe even an all-timer for me. Goes on the top 10 list, maybe. We'll see. Top 25 list, definitely. Top 10 list, maybe. I liked Animal Well. I liked Animal Well. I need to move over a little bit. Oops. So we got all of that. We started ZZZ, which was actually genuinely a surprise to me. I was really starting up ZZZ with the intent to try it out on stream as a stream thing. To be like, yeah, we covered the new big Koyo game, and then not continue playing it. And then I really liked it, which is a pleasant surprise to me. This has been a genuine enjoyment arc for me, so very happy we started playing it. Talk in the present and future section about if we're going to do more of this, and how we're doing more of this. I don't want it to eat up too much stream time. I know, right? I liked Animal Well. Shocking. So, the platformer arc. Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Astro's Playroom, Astrobot. I think this was a killer arc. I enjoyed this arc greatly. These games have been just filling me with joy and happiness. Very much enjoyed them. Hell yeah. Super happy. I would like to do more. There's not that many good 3D platformers though, so, you know, we'll see. But we'll add it to the rotation for sure. So looking forward to doing more of that. Shout out the platforming arc. Of course, the big like question mark here is, Essel, you played like 40 episodes of SMT5, Vengeance, and then didn't play it again since like July or August. Yes. Yes. That is true. First cinema. Dude, I can't type in chat while things are happening, sorry. Hold on, this is important though. Been a while, okay. The cinema. Cinema. All right. Allow me quickly to go grab some tea because I finished a seltzer. Continue to be hydrated as we speak tonight. We're going to be talking. Yes, we're talking about next album. Past, present, future. Yes, that's on the list. That's on the list. So is Penny's Big Breakaway. That's what I'm saying. There's only like, 20 good 3D platformers ever. And we got 2 of them this year. Isn't that crazy? So yes, plans here, we'll talk about that next. The plans from here are effectively the present portion of the stream. The future portion is like cooking for long-term stuff. Okay. Yes, thank you. I will do that. Hey, King Dude, Kuru Kuru Rock. Heard a reference? Wait, Kuru Kuru? Hold on. So, marrying the past and the present here. Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. Okay, let's unpack. Because again, a lot of the stuff in the past few months has been very uncontroversial. Banjo and Astro and the Astro games, both of those, that's a set of 4 games, extremely good. Animal Well, extremely good. Controversial, should we be playing ZZZ? We'll talk about it. On stream. We'll talk about it. But more controversial, what the hell happened with SMT? What happened was I took a break. Actually, hold on. I love that had the record scratch effect on it. What did we do to take a break? What was the break? Was it Banjo? No, it was Animal Well. I had a religious experience with Animal Well, and I was like, I don't want to play SMT5. That's what happened, despite SMT5 being extremely good. So, we're going to restart that soon. Just got to balance it with all the other things we're trying to do. Some of us will talk about it in the near future, some of us will talk about for the long-term planning / more cooking than it is immediate plans. So I do want to get back to SMT5. I want to finish it. I want to play ReFantasio. I think these are very clear things to me. It's a question of just when. So like the long story short, for anybody who's missed the arc, has been that I got burnt out. I played like 200 plus hours of Alice RPG consecutively this year. And that was just too much. And more than playing it 200 hours consecutively is I played those over the course of several months of streaming and did very little else on the stream. So the second I took a break, I was like, oh right, we can play other types of games. Holy shit. And then that kind of made me go, oh, I don't really want to do that again. And I just need to break the seal again, I think. So yeah, I don't think I have any complaints about SMT5 Vengeance. I don't think I have any complaints about the Atlas games. Yeah, I think taking breaks is good. The issue is, something I've talked about before on the Katamari segments, is that it's tricky because I do like to, design or be a, director, producer, whatever you want to say to describe this. Loading, okay. Yes. We can't talk when we first start loading, yes. Yes. Okay. The long story short, I like to ensure, I'm clearly doing variety streaming in TM, but I like to ensure that the variety streaming is more or less sensible. That if you're somebody watching me, you're not going to be left with periods of months where I take on some random thing and do that exclusively, and then you never watch the stream again. That's also fair. What I mean is like broad, like I don't hate SMT5. I just burned out on it. There's things about SMT5, of course, that are not ideal, just as there are plenty of things wrong with all the Persona games, etc., etc. Yeah, that's a good point too. We can wait for the release as well, or even Fantasia. So that's definitely an option. That said, playing the game and then the release, also fun. Like, SMT5 into Vengeance did not feel like a waste of time. It was like, Vengeance is such a different experience. Now, was like the case for every Atlas re-release? Who knows? Probably not. But Vengeance at least was a pretty big overhaul, so happy to do that. What else? So yeah, we need to do that. I think the biggest lesson there is just pace yourself. I do want to make sure that the stream arcs are coherent. That if you came to the stream to watch Atlas RPGs or similar RPGs, that you have RPG food to watch. That I am not exclusively off doing other things that you don't like. This is the peril of doing variety streaming, is that, again, I know I'm not beholden to anybody's tastes or desires here. It's just my desire to curate a stream that I would like watching. If that makes sense. Like, I don't like, as I mentioned before, I don't, I don't blame the streamers, but like, if a streamer starts playing a game for months that I don't like, I stop watching them. It's unless I'm, like, deeply attached to the personality themselves. And even then, sometimes it's hard to be like, dude, I do not want to watch, you play 300 hours of RuneScape, I'm sorry. And that's fine. Yes, that'd also be very based. That is how I feel. But sometimes you get too niche, right? This is where like the gacha thing rears its head. Like I'm not anymore. I should be like, nah, dude, I'm not watching you play Zenless Zone Zero, and that's extremely valid. So we'll talk about that after when we get around to that portion. But yeah, so pace myself is a big thing, and then just be I think we had to be caught up with this last year too. One thing that's been tough to figure out is, I have limited time to stream, and it's very easy for me to fall into a streaming quagmire, a streaming FromSoft swamp, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that's also very fair. Thank you. I don't think you have, but that's also extremely valid. We also could just figure out a way to sort of split things up, like I wouldn't. We can do little chunks here and there. And we can test some things out too, as far as the burnout goes. But the streaming quagmires, we did this last year with Tears of the Kingdom and what was it? It was something else with Tears of the Kingdom. We did two very large games at the same time, and it just did not. We didn't like. What was the other game? Was it Elden Ring? It was just sort of very awkward, was the long story short. And it was difficult to manage these things. So the goal is to, balance things out, create some limits. And the biggest thing is, too, is like, I personally, as a person, not just as a person who streams, but as a person, get very caught up with, I don't want to say following trends. 100%. Shorter game Sonic copy pasta. That's what I felt about so many games we played recently. Astro Bot was a normal length game. It was so wonderful that it was just a normal length game. Come on, we can't not get a meter now. Dude, a meter, that's crazy. So we gotta balance things out. And yeah, just sort of be conscious of that. Like I was saying, like I get caught up in like I really want to be part of the conversation of this game that just came out. And to be honest, a lot of times you're not missing much. And Um, the conversation ends really fast now. Like, the thing that's so difficult about nowadays, like, you know, back in my day, no, I'm joking, but like, in earlier internet eras, stuff like, you know, Lost, right, being a phenomenon. I didn't like watch all of Lost, but that was like a sort of weekly water cooler discussion. Like, watch the one episode of Lost a week, right? Games didn't have the thing that we had nowadays where, you know, people just like mainline it, which is cool. But the options are either you mainline the game when it comes out, or you don't talk about it ever again. So it's, you know, as far as, you know, the public conversation. Not that I'm like posting a lot, but hopefully that makes sense. So, you know, like the window to talk about ReFantasia was like 2 weeks after it dropped. And that was it. And now it doesn't really matter when we play it. By the way, presents? Yes, we go to the birthday cake. Yes, thank you. Okay. So, you know how it is. So anyway, we're pacing ourselves. The takeaway is we're going to pace ourselves with SMT5 and ReFantasia. I do want to play them. I do want to play, for better or for worse, Episode I guess. I do want to get to the Alice stuff. I don't want to make myself do it though. Hello, Facetious, welcome. Is the big thing, right? Like I know, you know, I've talked about how I don't think it is strictly the case that like a variety streamer needs to exclusively play the thing they feel like playing that day, because I don't think leads to good content, and I enjoy when I make good content. But I have to kind of want to do what I'm doing, and it's not that I hate those games, but like if I'm not feeling it, it's like, dude, it's not. That's going to reflect my overall vibes and commentary and banter. So I'm gonna grab my tea. Yeah, we can do that. That's actually funny. Yeah. Sorry guys, like I said, I've been going crazy today. That's about it. Yeah, that's about it. As far as other stuff in the past arc, I want to finish up the past arc and move to the present arc of the thing, because the past arc is not always super exciting. Again, good stuff. I think the archipelago for Banjo was fantastic. I want to do more of that. We'll talk about that in the present and the future because I have some ideas. But yeah, I think overall I'm pretty happy with once we pivoted away from the Atlas stuff for a bit. I think the game choice has been nice. We've had a lot of shorter stuff, which I really appreciate. Playing Silent Hill 2, killer game, really enjoyed it. Finally understand Silent Hill 2, kind of, and we're now set up for the remake. And it wasn't that long. It was like 5 or 6 episodes. I really like that. So we need to be more wary of long games in the future. Okay, so that's that. I think overall successful few months. I wish we had done a Katamari sooner than we're currently doing it. But yeah. Sorry again. Sorry guys about the hair thing. Oh my god, it's driving me nuts though. I'll give you one thing. Again, this is a TMI, but whatever. We're human beings have health issues. It'd be one thing if it was just like flaky hair, right? Like a flaky scalp. That's the thing that happens to people. Use the right shampoo, goes away pretty fast. I have never had just like sort of itchy scalp before. It's driving me up a wall. Anyway. Let's get this out of the way. Let's get it out of the way. Let's get it out of the way. So, interesting part. To get around to your question, I'll see what we're doing next. The present. So the past, the ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Essel past has visited us. Now it is time for the ghost of Essel present. I don't know. No, I'm joking. We have a few things that are going on in the immediate future. We are going to be playing Alan Wake 2 finally. I'm excited to do so. Alan Wake was a good time and really needed more time in the kitchen, I believe, and or some, you know, decade of knowledge and understanding from the developers. And oh look, both of those things happened for Alan Wake 2, so I'm really excited for it, looking forward to playing it. Silent Hill 2 Remake, looking forward to that as well. I have not picked it up yet, so we can't like start it like tomorrow unless I buy it digitally, which we can also do. But not the PS5's back out. Oh yeah, we could go for some Alan for some. I would love to do that. I would love to. I don't know if the people want that, but I would love to do it. But yeah. So Alan Wake 2, Silent Hill 2, those are both on the docket. Speaking of this level right now, another Crab's Treasure's on the docket, I would say. That is on the docket. So these are all not 100-hour RPGs. I believe Alan Wake 2 might be closer to 30 hours than like 10 to 20. Is that true? But it's not going to be like a massive game, though. Same thing, like, you know, I want to get to Rebirth at some point. The MF is too long. So yeah, you know, and like I always say, it's not that I'm doing something because I think it's going to be, you know, more numbers or whatever. Just like I don't like streaming when people don't want to watch it as much. Like, it's very simple. If less people want to watch what I'm streaming, I want to play the game less. And there's many games I want to play, so there's many other things I can choose from. But yeah, it's kind of a thing that we could definitely like I would love to like sneak it in sometimes. You're right. Waffles, you're right. And like I do want to play Xenoblade. So like, you know, it's something we have to figure out over time. I don't want to structure these things. I don't know. We also could do a thing where we, you know, if I'm actually can get myself on time a little more, we could split the stream up a little bit. We could do 2 hours of a larger game. We could do an hour of a shorter game, and then, you know, so we can actually get through those. And then we could do some other stuff, right? Like, if you some options. So on the immediate docket, those are things that are on my mind for the immediate term. For the literal next week, I literally don't know what we're doing tomorrow. I need to figure that out still because I don't really want to start Alan Wake. Like, it's holiday week, so we should kind of do whatever, basically. Like, I'm Jewish. I don't celebrate Christmas. I will be hanging out with my family this week, but, like, I'm streaming. I have work. Like, it's a pretty normal week, all things considered. So, like, I'm not too... But, while people are out of town, while people are visiting family, I'm not starting a major playthrough if we can help it. So we could indulge in some Hoyo gaming this week. Not exclusively though. We could do some side stuff, some short stuff. Could do another night of Bali and Air or whatever. What else did we do recently? No. You're good. Mouthwashing I also want to wait on probably. Same with Okami. That's another one we're adding to the, like, this is kind of like a 3D platformer. No, that's just because, you know, the Okami 2, we need to actually sit down and play Okami 1. It does feel unnatural playing this on an Xbox controller, I'm not gonna lie to you. Dude, I hate this level so much. It sucks so much. What we should do is just play Pokemon TCG Pocket for 3 hours tomorrow, I think. I'm not trying to be on Tuesday, but we'll see. Wednesday I should probably be on. We'll find out. Basically, we'll find out. If nothing else, I'll be showing up for, you know, like the gotcha hour because I'm doing that anyway. And then we'll talk about that as well. Waffles, I'm getting bodied by the Gyarados Druddigon deck. The numbers against Mewtwo are just so awful. We do also have that. There's so many things I would like to do. People voted for it. I want to do it, and then I also am tired. Life is hard. We will figure it out. Sooner or later, we're gonna figure this out. I don't know. We will figure it out somehow, some way. So yeah, immediate term. I am determining what we want to do tomorrow. MGS 5, we also want to do. Here's the problem. The problem is if I nebulously don't feel like doing something, I'm not going to be like, no, we're not doing it. That's the hard part, right? Like, if I don't have like a good reason to be like, no, we're not doing it, like, I'm not going to be like, no, we're not doing it. And I'm not doing this at the Fire Emblem. I just like, it kind of like the Atlas stuff. Like, we played a lot of Fire Emblem in a row, and I kind of was like, oh, I've had enough. And then I haven't had like the inspiration muse strike me yet. And like, I need to just, start it. Once I start it, I'll probably like it. Oh no, we did go back. It was engaged, and oh, man. I still have positive feelings about engage broadly. I just like don't. I just don't want to think about it anymore. The most insane thing about engage will forever remain to me that Hiya Papaya Girl is like one of the best written characters in the game, if not the best written character in the game. That's nuts. I don't mean that as like a grading on a scale. She's a fun, well-written character. Up into the cosmos it goes. So, there's a lot of that. Other things in the near term I'd like to get around to. I know her name's Yanaka. I know. I'm sorry. I should have said her name. I should have said Hiya Yanaka Papaya Fire Emblem, her full name. Other games I've added to the list. And we'll talk about this actually as a pivot, because I do want to start this little arc soon. We can actually do this week, potentially. I have, so this is a present, hold on, cinema. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Okay. Yeah, you sure did. Da, da. So, idea of recent games I have purchased on Steam. A Short Hike and Pseudo Regalia. Pseudo Regalia being part of the platforming arc as well. And the Metroidvania arc. Beautiful. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about Bow in the recap. That's kind of says it all, right? Bow was a lovely game, and I would genuinely recommend it to anybody who likes heavy platforming in their Metroidvanias. It is a fantastic game. It's just not especially hyper memorable. So anyway, allow me to pitch a concept as a present/future. So in the future segment tonight, I want to talk about plans and ideas, because I think, here is the broad theme of the moment. As we enter 2025, here is the problem. Not the problem. I had a weird year personally. I talked about this a little bit on stream. Haven't talked about it a lot. I had a very weird year personally. I got stuck in unemployment limbo. This caused a lot of logistical and mental havoc. I'm basically fine now. I have a job again. It's lovely. But it was, you know, it was interesting. Didn't talk about it much because that's not really, you know, I don't like to do a lot of like personal chatting. But now that it's, you know, a thing in the past, I can mention this. Shout out to savings account. Anyway, so all this said, like, I was very out of it for a lot of the year. And I think this happened to me the past too, even when I have been less out of it. It's very easy to get, you know, in life, stuck in habits and patterns and just continue to execute on them without sort of giving them a second thought. And that's not, you know, it's okay to do that with something like this. Like for me, this is a hobby activity, right? It doesn't matter if I'm just showing up because I'm having a good time, whatever. But I also do want to do more cool stuff. I like doing cool stuff. I like making things. TM. Etc., etc. So anyway, all with this in mind, I want to start, you know, as we talked about the schedule, sort of moderating our long games, which gives us time to do more and more interesting, shorter projects. That's sick, of course. I think, I guess we should institute some new things. So this past week, a couple days ago, we tried out our first bit in a new. Here's long story short, backing up a step. I would like to suggest for 2025 the series, which is to say, I think, you know, as far as trying to think about what about variety streaming works and doesn't work, one of the things I think that does and doesn't work is that if you're playing shorter games, people can just jump in and hang out. That's awesome. Love that. Dude, please. What? I need to be smaller for this? That's crazy. Anyway, we'll try it later, I guess. You can just sort of show up, and that's great. If I play an Atlas game for 3 months straight, you can't just show up. On the other hand, if you are showing up to an Atlas game, you know you can show up to the Atlas game. True. You know you can show up to the Atlas game, right? So the synthesis of these things is that if you're playing one-offs, people don't know to care, basically, which is fine. I do the same thing. But like if I go to play Bally in Air, and it's sort of like, what is this? Essel is playing a game, I guess? I don't know. We'll see if he continues playing it. And then I just play it once as a like sort of checking it out kind of situation. That's kind of weird. You're not, as a viewer, like clued into it being something maybe interesting to check out for one stream. I don't know how to evaluate feedback on it, blah, blah, blah. So my thought is this. Basically set it up such that things are part of series. So if I say, instead of just playing Bally in Air, we're doing the Roguelite Research Committee. We are examining new roguelites, playing them on Steam, and having a good time doing that. That is a different thing. All of a sudden. And we can talk about it as a series. And you might want to check out random parts of the series because it's a series, and like you want to like see the other games we cover in the series. Dude, 1,000 flowers? That's nuts. We cooked. This level is very cute. I like it a lot. It's very relaxing. Well, it's at 1,100, damn. It's hard actually to do the Prince dash on those controllers. We need to switch controllers real quick. So, among these series, so the series of series, this I don't think will change much in my process except the titles of streams. If that makes sense. So like, I do think making it, and I don't know if we're gonna do these certain things necessarily hyper regularly, right? What the hell just happened? But like, so the roguelike research committee is the first example of this, right? I just want to put in a playlist all the times we play a new roguelike and talk about them explicitly, right? That like when we're playing our next roguelike, we can talk about Bali and Air if it makes sense. We can play Peglin and talk about Bali and Air, right? Whatever we want to do, however we want to structure this. We can revisit old games. We can do games on. We can play updates to roguelites, right? Make that a whole thing. We can schedule it. Blah blah blah. It's a thing we can do consistently. So that's part of the thing I want to get around to, as far as thinking about these things going forward. Similarly, I have other ideas. One of these ideas, to come back around to the first thing I said a while ago, is, oops, what did I click on something? One of these ideas I've had is something that we started talking about. Let's be Ichigo. Oh, also I'm blocking the character. I'm sorry. Is this? Yes, okay. Oh, so much better. The interface looks better. But yeah, like more to the point. What am I saying? Right. Pseudo Regalia is a game we talked about this last week. 3D platformer, Metroidvania, and third attribute that is interesting that I have been thinking about. It is available in Archipelago. And we just did this with Banjo as well, and I think this might be an interesting type of thing to do a little more often, potentially, if you guys think this is interesting. Which is to say, something either like, a Rando or Archipelago 101, or, learning something, whatever you want to call it. The idea would be, we take a game I haven't played before, that is probably available on Archipelago. It could be its own Rando too, standalone Rando is fine too. And go through the process where we play it the first time, and then we, learn the Rando. And this would be nice for a couple of reasons. One of which is it's nice and fun. I like randomizers. Two, it could be a nice little thing to do as far as a group activity TM. If anybody from the Discord wants to jump in and learn as well, we can all either race or play together, or that kind of thing. So I think that's an interesting concept, and one we could put into practice very quickly with Pseudo Regalia. Play the game once, play it on Archipelago. Very simple. Fascinatingly enough, a short hike is also on Archipelago, which puts us, I think, in a great spot to, for example, play those two games, which should take us at most 3 streams, maybe 4 if Pseudo Regalia goes long. As I understand it, Short Hike should be definitively 1 stream. Pseudo Regalia should be 2, maybe 3. These are very short games. We could then, in basically a week, play Short Hike and Pseudo Regalia and do an Archipelago of the both of them all in 1 week, just if I do solo, so Archipelago. All in 1 week of streaming. That would be super cool, I think. Does that sound appealing to anybody as a thing? Okay. Of course, there's only so many games on Archipelago, but new games are coming all the time. You can play standalone randomizers, plenty of Metroidvanias. It does, hell yeah. Hat in Time could be a game to revisit for an Archipelago run, and then we'd have an increasing pool of Archipelago games to run as either group activities over Discord or as solo streams. So, and then there'd be games you have watched already, so you'd be invested because you'd already know the game. That's what I'm thinking, at least. So it makes for a nice little thing. Again, it gives a nice little, and also, as we go, we can develop little, whether it's a Google Doc of ideas and strats for the game, or it's whatever we want, or something on Discord, whatever we want to do. I'm sorry, I'm talking over the cinema. This is cinema. Look at this. He picked up his pompadour. It's symbolic. Cinema. His rebellion has literally been carved off his face. Just like in Persona 5. So, that's something that I think would be really fun to do. So, I think that'd be maybe a nice. I'm debating if it'd be nice for the holidays or not. I might want to say that for like the week after the holidays, maybe, but we'll see. This will be a really fun, I think, week of streams where we do, you know, like short hike, Pseudo Regalia, Archipelago. Like it'd be just easy Monday through Thursday. That's all right. You have to lose the first time through, so we're just gonna go lose automatically. Oh no, we lost. Crazy. This is the end game, for what it's worth. Okay, motivation now. Go collect more stars. I thought that was an intentional joke, and I was like, that kind of goes crazy. So that is one idea that I have for upcoming types of streams. Well, two ideas. We have roguelites, and we have Rando 101, Rando learning process, the, you know, whatever we want to call this, where we do that. Okay, that's another thing. Another thing is Final Fantasy XIV, featuring a free trial up to level 70 now, with the award-winning Heavensward expansion. That I think would make for good content. I think that would be a fun thing to watch. We would schedule it for probably once a week, maybe a few more days for the first couple of weeks. But the idea would be do not OD on it and see if we can, you know, reasonably, ready for a frame rate slowdown. Oh, it didn't. Nice. That always kills the PS2. This is a remaster after all. Oh yeah, Stand Stormblood. Okay, hell yeah. So like we could play 14 for a very, very long time. I know I just said no long games. This is a different type of thing, I think. This is not quite event viewing, as I was mentioning for YouTube recently, but something more, you know, like a tabletop campaign or something, like a long-running series, right? Where we, for a long time, play 14 a bit on the side. I don't know if that's going to be fun. The great news is if I play the trial, there is no cost to me to just try it on and off for a while and see how we feel. If we don't like it, we can stop doing it. So I am pretty open to the idea at this point. I know a lot of people in chat play. I have personal friends who play. Some of the other streamer people we've talked to in the past play. Like, this is, I think, as we've always talked about, looking for bread and butter games. This is a solid bread and butter game. It could be a lot of fun. As I keep hearing, it's a game that's probably worth just playing on its own terms, as far as a single-player experience goes, even not talking about any sort of multiplayer nonsense. So, I'm thinking worth, but the main sort of risk, I think, apparent here is that, like, we don't want to get bogged down. I can feel it. I can feel the cosmos. Wait, so what the hell do we do with the stickers? I rolled over it. How do we... How's time still going? Yeah, so we'll figure it out, of course, but I think it could be a lot of fun. It'd be a nice, consistent thing to have on the schedule for a while, you know, like Sunday Souls was for a while, right? So I like all that about it. I think it's a good. I think it's probably a smart move. I'm interested to see how it would go. So, you know, curious to see how that goes over. But it is my intent to start that up in the next couple months, basically. Within the next couple months, I should say. So that is definitely on the books, I think. We'll figure that out. And again, if anybody has thoughts or feedback or like, oh, that sounds like a great or awful idea. Don't say awful idea, I guess, but like, tell me something, you know. I don't think any of these are terrible ideas. I should say, if you're like, I don't know, that might be a little much. If you have any thoughts or you know, criticism, hit me up. No pressure to talk. No pressure to talk, genuinely. But if you do have thoughts, share them with me. If you want to. So that's one thing. Similarly to 14, but not exactly the same. As far as recurring bits go, I am personally, as we talked about, very interested in keeping up with things, and I like doing that just as a person. Not for the social pressure so much as I like watching things evolve in real time. This is something that is very clear to me about myself. One thing that'd be really fun to do, I think, and maybe this isn't true for other people, but I think it'd be very fun to play a card game regularly on stream, but not like only that. We could, for example, do a few ranked matches of something instead of doing, you know, the Hoyo dailies or whatever, or as part of doing the dailies TM. This stage sucks. We will have to lock in a bit. If you pick up water, the fire goes down. If the fire goes to 0, you die. Game over. Do not touch the fire extinguishers. Is the TLDR. Ironic. The fire hazard icons could not save the campsite from the fire. Yes, so Master Duel is one of the things I've been thinking about, because it dovetails with another thing that I'm interested in on the same note, which is the notion of gacha tourism, or similar, not just gacha, but like, you know, live game tourism. Because I think, I had some thoughts about this, and if we can get up on a mild soapbox for a second, I think it's very weird that in the past year, and this has been true for a long time, but I have seen a massive uptick. Obviously, this is an old term, sorry. But I've seen a massive uptick in popular usage of the term tourist, not just because of Armored Core, where it is part of the game, but in general, with regards to people playing games, especially in the sort of the gacha sphere. This is silly, I think, because you should do that, I think, broadly. I think it is probably a good thing to not, like, devote your entire life to every game that you pick up, because then you, like, implode if you have to play more than one of them ever. So you want to have some variety. If variety is you can do that if you want to, sorry. But backing up, I should say, if you enjoy variety, you shouldn't force yourself to play exclusively one game forever. You can, in fact, rotate. So, if I were to pick up, say, Master Duel, and try that on and off for, you know, a stream a week or whatever, we could probably learn some stuff about Master Duel. I could learn a little bit offline as well, of course. And then we can come on, do some matches, grind it out a little bit. And the interesting part, I think, for me, as far as the commentary and thoughts and would go, would be talking about a new player experience. I like thinking about that. I think it's a fun thing to talk about, and it's very interesting to see develop in the industry. And we have a consistent thing to do. And, of course, again, it is also my intent to have some more stuff that is, I don't want to, more, you know, sort of play-along type stuff. Because I don't do a lot of multiplayer, but it'd be nice to do some more stuff like that. And it'd be easy, too, if you were also playing Master Duel, to jump on, do some matches at the same time, shout out the meta in Discord, whatever. Same goes, of course, for MTG Arena. Same goes for a game that I am intending to play this week, and maybe we'll do that tomorrow, The Bazaar. I have purchased entrance into The Bazaar as of this weekend, and this game is amazing. Early. I haven't, like, gotten, like, tilted by the meta or anything yet. But early impressions, oh my god, it's very good. It's at minimum extremely up my alley. If anybody has not seen The Bazaar yet, it is structured roughly like an auto battler, but is played stage to stage, except for your opponent matches, like Slay the Spire, basically. It's very compelling. Like, they had me at Slay the Spire auto battler, in fairness, but man, I think this game is a lot of fun. And, you know, there's ranked and stuff. It will be eventually free to play for those who are interested. It is currently in closed beta. And yeah, I would like to play more of The Bazaar, so looking forward to that. Again, and with an eye to discussing, you know, sort of a developing metagame, to discussing the new player experience, to discussing sort of the learning process. Because I think that is something that I'm, like, very intently interested in, you know, even more than necessarily getting super good at something, is sort of thinking about a particular game on stream. Like, I really thinking about those types of things that I think is fascinating. So that's an idea. And again, the hard part is, of course, if we end up scheduling 3 or 4 of these once-a-week things, then that's the whole week. So we have to keep that in mind, too. It's going to be an interesting thing to juggle, but we can... No, we're running out of fire. Yeah. I know. More bite. Okay. I can't believe I've done this. So I think that would be fun. Again, with details TBD, and if we do this or not, but I think it'd be something to try out. God knows, one year I was back in the day. I mean, surely one stream regular Lazy Couch knows, because he followed the stream during a very large raid when I was playing Gwent. I'm not joking. I played Gwent for a little bit. It was only like a couple streams, but I like the card games. I don't think I would play TCG Pocket on stream because, oh my god, this game is nothing. But maybe. Maybe if the game becomes more something. By nothing, I just mean like there's like not a lot of decision points. You're just sort of at the mercy of what's happening. There's a few decision points in the game, but there's not that many to my eye yet. Maybe I'm just bad though. Anyway, so that's an idea. Yeah, so gacha tourism is another idea. It's a little funky, but I think we are well set up structurally to, again, cut a stream at like 9 from doing something else and then spend an hour playing a new hip gacha game. With the intent to, like, almost like not play it offline, because like I don't have time for more. I have too many games right now. I'm already thinking about, and this is horrifying to say, I'm already thinking about slowing down on Arknights, and I know I can't believe I just said that, but I'm just, the spark isn't there right now gameplay-wise for me. And story-wise, I always love Arknights, but I never have time for its extremely long-windedness. So it's a complicated set of emotions for me. But Star Rail and ZZZ keep me very, very busy and very engaged, and FGO is just something I do now. For 7 years or whatever. I'm playing, like, you know, this is how it happens. You just, I play FGO, whatever. I mostly play Arknights too, but we'll see. I don't have time to like add another game to my regular rotation probably, but doing something where we like try out a game for a bit, play through, for example, the at release available story on the stream, and then say, how do we feel about this game? And then think about it if we want to keep playing it or not. That can be fun. It could also be a terrible idea, so, you know, for my, like, you know, time and sanity and mental health. So we'll find out. But that's something that I'm interested in doing, is sort of, like, thinking about game design-wise. Like, I do want to try, like, I want to try Girls Frontline too. Do I have time for that? Hell no. But pretty sweet. Paper products. All right, other ideas. A nap, also true. Also true. 2 other ideas we have, and they're related as well. These are all very general, kind of basic ideas, to be clear. I haven't like cooked some sort of like insane concept. The archipelago one's a pretty cool concept. I think that's a pretty unique concept. Not to pat myself on the back too much, but I think that's like not like a super common like thing people do. Other ideas that people do. Haha, he said do. I know. Challenge runs, and or like weird RPG runs. We could do that. I think it's tough to do in RPGs unless we like pivot to being an RPG only stream because they're very long. But we don't do many challenge runs, and I do find them at least conceptually interesting. In practice, I think we'd have to find out how we feel about them. But I think that could be a fun thing to do. I'm inspired in part by our recent experience. Oh, sick Domdadon reference. Nuzlocke. I don't think I'd want to do like a regular ass Nuzlocke, but hey, who can say? We could do it. If people want a Nuzlocke, I could do it. I think I'd rather play rando probably, like straight up just like, you know, doing rando runs, but or Ironmon. Oh, I kind of miss Ironmon sometimes. That was a fun couple weeks. I still watch Ironmon sometimes. That was kerosene, not water. Hell yeah. Challenge runs, and then relatedly, I had a really good time doing the platinums on Astro's Playdriven Astrobot. Did anybody like that, or was that not really anything people were like super into? Because we could do more of that. It fits the kind of challenge runny vibe, of course. I do think it was pretty fun. And this just sort of dovetails with some of our other ideas because, and I think I mentioned it before a while back, but there's a thing online, I don't know what to call it, software, a website, Retro Achievements, which has been around for a while, but I've seen cropping up more and more recently, which hooks into several big name emulators and gives achievements to classic games. Random Nuzlocke, yeah. That's why I kind of, that's why like to my eye, that's sort of just like I would just play Ironmon at that point. Cause like, yeah, that's just Ironmon, right? At that point. Oh shit. But for example, you know, like we could have done this with Banjo, where you'd have a like full ass, you know, achievement set for Banjo-Kazooie on the PC. That seems like a fun time, I think. I think any one of these things would be fun to at least try out once or twice and see like, hey, how do we feel about this? I don't know what game we do it with. We could do it with Banjo. I don't really want to. You do it with Donk, but like I'd rather do more, just do more Donk. It is still my intent to at some point figure out how to get Donk down to a sub-stream length thing, and then we can just sort of do that whenever I feel like it. Like tonight's a Donk night, we could do an entire rando stream, because I think the biggest issue with the Donkey Kong streams has been that they don't conclude, and then picking them back up is awful, and starting a new stream, a new run every time also is dissatisfying. So, those are some thoughts. And that's covering our future, too. These are a lot of ideas we have. We also just have games we want to play, like Another Crab's Treasure, or Penny's Big Breakaway, or any number of games that are not explicitly part of a series, but are part of genres that we like to play. Nine Souls, for example, a game I really want to play. There are many games to play. So, that is roughly the docket's past, present, future. Does anybody have thoughts, takes, ideas, suggestions, feedback, etc., please? You can also say these things later, but if you're live on YouTube or Twitch with us right now, share your thoughts. Please, or don't, but also you could. Cinema. Kino. If any of the ideas I mentioned tonight really struck your fancy, shout it out. But this also brings us to the overall ramble portion. While you're, if anybody in chat, feel free to say whatever, whenever, this evening, as you see fit. Otherwise, I'll be yapping. As far as the yappening goes, another Earth house. Okay, about time to start somewhere new. All right, yes. Katamari, 10 minutes, 3 meters. All right, let's go. A couple things. One big thing that's been on a recent topic. So we'll talk about two things. Short Yu-Gi-Oh! 14. Okay, great to know. We will, I do think I'm pretty sold on the idea of the archipelago test, because it would just be like, you know, 3 to 5 streams basically. So I think that's like the sort of, you know, like learn short hike and pseudo regalia, play from archipelago. That would be just like, you know, a week's worth of streams. That sounds like a really good use of time. So I think we should do that. If we continue doing that, whatever, that's a decision to be made later, I think. But I do think I'm pretty sold on doing that, at least. Yu-Gi-Oh! I do want to try. I'm a little like, I don't know. But, wait, faster as in yap faster or play the game faster? Yeah, 14 I also think is going to be a generally good plan. It doesn't solve our overall docket, but I think it'd be a good thing to add to the stream. broadly speaking. It also gives that elusive opportunity for me to actually talk to other streamers on occasion, because I don't really do that now, and it'd be a reason to, which would be, you know, good and nice. Yes, as far as recent happenings go, the biggest change recent to the stream has been extra stream hours. If you have thoughts on this, please share. But right now, here's how I'm seeing things. I recently started adding a segment called the Dailies TM, or whatever we're going to end up calling this, to the stream, where I don't do my dailies offline, I play them online in my various gacha games and such. I have enjoyed this greatly this last week, because it has made my personal life better, because usually what happens is I end the stream. This is just logistics, right? This is the true inside baseball. I end the stream. I stand up, I go have a drink or a snack. I probably turn on a YouTube video or YouTube Shorts within, 5 minutes of standing up from the stream. I get deeply distracted doing this. It is now, after some time, 11:15. I go, oh shit, I haven't done my dailies yet. I then spent some time doing that. And now it is late, and I am still not, like, in bed. That's not working. It is much easier for me to, before I get up from the stream, just do the dailies. And then I'm done. And also, there's bonus content. From my eye, this seems like a win-win. That said, if I am, putting on my UX designer hat and making up a guy, aka writing a persona for it, a boxing bout, our save on opponent was a rabbit. We just managed to KO using a carrot. And then came the final. For the final, we faced him. We couldn't beat him. If I'm making up a guy, now I'm not saying anybody in chat right now feels this way. I could see it being frustrating that I am streaming bonus time, but not on a main playthrough. And I get that. So that's something I want to be wary of. I keep doing this. That said, I like doing the dailies thing so far because it gets me away from two things, which is staying up too late regularly doing my dailies. And B, has so far kept me way ahead of pace on event progress, which has been a major problem for me. Yes. That is also a thing. Like, I think that is a thing we can sort of juggle a little bit in that time slot. Is that, like, I want to do the dailies, but for example, Star Rail is not a particularly complicated day set of dailies to do offline. I do really appreciate that I've been starting the events of ZZZ and Star Rail earlier because of this time slot. I usually wait until the last weekend of the patch to do the events, and then I get very upset at myself for doing this because I have to rush through and spend half my damn weekend doing that. I don't want to do that. So it's been a win-win for me, but I recognize that it is potentially problematic. It also, I think, should mean that we're not siphoning too many other days purely for these games if people don't like them. If people like them, then hell yeah. But if you don't, again, if I'm making up, making up a guy, it is my feeling that, like, I could definitely imagine something going like, Lamau, why are you playing, like, Hoyo Trash? I'm like, yeah, it is Hoyo Trash. Why are you playing this? Stop it, I don't want to watch this. And that's very understandable. So I don't want to spend, I can see these games being polarizing is what I'm saying. Where other people might show up only for these games. So that's, a up and down thing. I want to just make sure I'm not spending too much regular time on them for this reason, though. Whereas no one's going to be like, oh man, Essel, I can't believe you're playing Penny's Big Breakaway. Like, what? No one would say that. So, something to juggle, but I do like it. I want to keep doing it, I think. Pending, daily availability, weekly availability, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I think stuff like that, 14 quests or small events would go great there. We could spend like an hour after the normal game. We end our normal game segment at like 9:30. We go, cool, wait extra time. We'll play some 14 for a bit. Or we'll do a few rounds of Master Duel, or we'll do a Bazaar run. There are many things to slot in here if we want to. Eat that time, and it also just depends. If I have stuff after stream, I've had an online event of some kind with some friends, I will log off, right? It's a nice flexible thing to add to the streams. The only issue is just the YouTube scheduling, because YouTube scheduling is very odd. You can't like change, you can't do like a multi-category stream on YouTube, is to my knowledge. So like we have to be like, it just makes the thumbnails and stuff weird. But so that's a minor detail. It does let us, in general, have a pretty nice experience where we can just say like, cool, I have extra time tonight. Or we ended our main game, like, you know, when I'm tempted to go like, I don't know, I'm just gonna end the stream. We can also, instead of saying ending the stream randomly, we can just go, cool, it's 9:30, we're gonna do another game for an hour. So, I like all this a lot. If you have thoughts on any of this stuff, like I said, just shout it out. But that's the that's roughly where I'm leaning, which is to say, keep doing it. Just be mindful of how much time we're spending on it, and it could be a nice flexible time slot to add things to. Like, I don't want to like add too much time to the stream just because I got a job I gotta get up for. I got shit to do. But you know how it goes. Well, I had another thought. Oh shit, what was the other thought? Oh no. Oh, YouTube. Yeah, YouTube. That's the other big thing. I do this every, so here's one thing I want to say off the jump, is like, I always talk about YouTube on Katamari and show for years. And that's the problem, right? So, you know, I'm in an era of making some changes, thanks to, you know, new job and stuff. I want to think a little bit about how I could do some more YouTubing without driving myself insane. I'm not gonna do it now, basically. Oh, we don't get this yet? Oh shit, okay. Oh, I thought this was opening up now, okay. Oh no, this is this part of, what am I talking about? This is this part of the time. So I'm not going to start up the YouTube stuff right now. But I do want to start thinking about starting the YouTube stuff and what we'd want to do. Because, you know, again, as far as stream growth goes, which again, I want to be very clear because anybody might be, I will say this every time. My goal with streaming is not to make money. My goal with streaming is to have a good time streaming and engage with people online. Engaging is a terrible word. Chat with the people of chat. Have a good time. Have that nice back and forth experience. Share some thoughts and takes and ideas and get some thoughts and takes and ideas in return, right? Love that process. Fun stuff. More people to do that with is good, right? That just sort of works out. And if there is extra money from it, that's always nice for buying games and stuff, right? Always good. Again, this is not for money. I have a job that pays my bills. I'm good. Don't worry about me. Now I do at least. But yeah, so all this to say that I do care about stream growth, but it's not like a make or break, clearly, right? Like I am also willing to just like play the same game for as long as I feel like it, and that's fine. As far as that whole thing goes, though, I think YouTube is my current, you know, by my analysis, it is the way that works best with me as a, you know, my own skill set, basically, is doing some more stuff on videos, both short vertical video and real-ass videos. The problem with this is that I'm lazy, kind of. I don't know if I'm lazy so much as like I'm intimidated. I'm certainly very intimidated by making a whole ass video. I don't know why, because I do know how to do video editing to some degree. That said, I remain very intimidated, and it's a lot of time and energy too. So, tough thing to do. I do want to do more though. I care about it. I enjoy it. I would like to do more of it. I don't know what it looks like yet, because I don't think, from prior experiences, that I just really, I don't think I care that much about doing like stream clip type content. It doesn't like speak to me at all. Like I just don't care about it. I don't like sifting through streams for clips. I don't think it ends up being like especially good content because like it's a one-way stream clip, like, which is fine, but like, you know, VODs exist. Go to the VODs instead. I don't know. For vertical video, I get it more, but like, again, I'm also kind of lazy with these things. So, all this to say, I think it is the best avenue for stream growth. It's something I want to do creatively. I just don't know how to work it into my schedule, and also what to do specifically. Doing some kind of yapping related, you know, long form video essay podcast type stuff seems to be up my alley. Those schedules are long though. So we'll have to figure it out. It's on my mind. If anybody has ideas for YouTube stuff, always hit me up. I would love to think about it. But I don't want to like overload my personal schedule, given, you know, I've just started this new job in the last, you know, month and change. And yeah, that's the whole thing. Incredibly fun. It was fun. Thank you. Wow. That was probably the highest praise. There was no like, conditional there. Oh my god, we've been killing it tonight. 1 second, I have to get the... No, we're good, we're good. So yeah, I believe that is all of my ideas. I'm out of ideas now. And thoughts. Yeah, in general, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm actually really enjoying completing games and calling them done. I'm really appreciating that right now. No, hold on. We have to get the hell away. We have to be done with this. Why did I not check where I was first? Because we have to be done with this. It's genuine. Oh, that's the other thing. Is, yeah, we always talk about speedruns too. Let's talk about speedruns again. Animal Well and Astrobot. Genuine games I would think about learning, except Astrobot's kind of long is the problem. It's like 2 hours, which is fine, but that's kind of long. 2 hours, like, world record. It's kind of long. I don't know. It's, like, not bad, but I think I'd rather just, like, do more donk, basically, for speedrunning. Animal Well's, like, 15 minutes, though, exactly. For any percent. So, like, that could very much be a project that could be interesting. Yeah, broadly, I think I have been trying... My speedrunning energy has been... If I'm thinking of like, oh, I'd like the speedrun, like I want to just like learn how to properly race donk, I think would be my like #1 thing to think, like if I'm thinking about this type of thing. Oh, this one isn't the one that sucks. This one's okay. I don't love this one, but it's fine. Because like as far as the speedrun, like Donkey64speedrun.com is a thing you can race, and it's time-based and effectively speedrunny, but it's not hyper technical. Unlike OOT, like I want to do more OOT rando too, but I kind of hate OOT rando. No, that's not true. I like OOT rando a lot. I kind of burnt out on it, did a lot of it in a row. And you can't do the quick turn of this, I forgot. There's just a lot of tricks in OOT. Which is fine, but it's like it makes it really tough to like learn and get into. And just like genuinely, it doesn't have like 1,000 custom songs. That is like the biggest advertisement for a randomizer community I've ever seen in my life. I can't get enough of it. The fact that you can get Iwatodai Dorn in Donkey Kong 64 as a song you can listen to is like such a damn thing that I like. And I think that's funny. So like, yeah, as far as the speedrun energy goes, like I think personally I'm leaning most towards like trying to, and this might be offline too, right? Just trying to like practice more to get my donk times down. Because if I can get those Donkey Kong 64 speedrun.com run times to below 3 hours on average, we're genuinely cooking. We can stream a whole run at once, right? We could do a race. They have weekly races. We could join one of the races. Wouldn't that be sick? We could get like 30th or something. Because God knows I'm not getting... Yes, my times in donk are too slow. It's true. Look, it's easier than saying Donkey Kong 64 randomizer.com. A place you can go to play Donkey Kong 64 randomizer. That's my game of the year, every year. No, it genuinely, I think, you know, memes aside, like, it is just straight up, we need to be Kinoko after this. It is just straight up, I think, the best, I don't know if it's like the best randomizer by strict, like, you know, sort of game interactions and game quality. Obviously, it's Donkey Kong 64. But it's got to be like, you know, top 3 or 5 randomizers for me. It's incredible. It's like, it's so dense and interesting and engaging. And it's a game that I like is so close to being good that, you know, they basically fixed it at this point. They have managed to save Donkey Kong 64 from itself. So I'd love to do that. Otherwise, of course, we have many playthroughs like stacked up in the background. I would love to get to Danganronpa 2 and 3. We got, you know, as Rayful's mentioned, Xenoblade, a game series I would like to try out, for sure. I don't know when, but I'd like to do it. We never played Skyward Sword. We never finished Tears of the Kingdom. We got a bajillion games to play, so like that is the hard part. You know, we could play a Baldur's Gate or a Dragon Age. I haven't played either of those. I'm behind on my, you know, Western RPGs. There's too many video games. And so this leads me back to the thing that we've been doing recently, which is like, if we can actually see and experience more things when we play shorter games. I do like that a lot. Or games that don't, you know, take forever. Now that said, I'm also trying to add things that are, you know, longer running live game experiences. Exactly. Solitaire, like solitaire, or like solitaire parentheses Balatro. Because like, I think either could be true. Solitaire Windows, yo. And then you have games that are good but not traditionally good, like Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm not even gonna say like it's not good. I'm just gonna say it's not traditionally good. It's a mess of a game in a lot of ways, but it's also so compelling. I'm just trying to give you credit. I care about distributing credit to those who need to be credited. I feel like there's like a Minesweeper game in an Archipelago, so we could play that. Oh yeah. Yo, we killed it. Holy shit. 20 meters? That's nutty. But yeah, no, it's, and trust me, anybody who's been like on a game for a while, like I'm sorry, and also thank you for your patience. Like, Faye's been asking for Alan Wake 2 like the whole time they've been on the stream. And we're playing it finally. But yeah, and it's tough too, because like I genuinely want to try Xenoblade. Like I know nothing about it, and it seems like a lot of people like it, and I might like it. But it do be very long. F1 Schmef1, I say. That's a thumbnail for next time. We got more just like first time retro stuff to do. Oh yeah, one other thing we haven't mentioned. One thing that'd be a fun thing to do as a series is to much more directly do a remakes versus OG. Which we're doing potentially like next week or two with Silent Hill 2. Doing the like, you know, play OG, play remake is a cool idea. Oh, this is cinema. Adorable. Adorable. Racing is nice. Now that you're at the beach, let's swim in the ocean. Let's at the beach. We used to blue sea, white sand, seagulls, umbrellas, starfish, crabs, seashells, tires. Tires? Okay. Where is Kinoko? Kinoko! Sure. Oh, hold on. I gotta get more tea. I'm cooked. Yes. Omori, Earthbound, off. I love that genre. Yeah, I think like some genre stuff like that. That like between that and Metroidvanias, we have a lot of games we could play that again form threads, and we can. I like when games form threads, where we can be like, cool, we can talk about all of these related games, people, and also again, it helps with my situation where I want to, I don't want to like catering's the wrong word maybe, but like I want to curate games that people who already watch the stream want to watch. We know people like this genre here, the Undertales, the Earthbounds. We can play that genre. It's surrealist RPGs, whatever these are called. People like Metroidvanias. We can play more Metroidvanias, and we can talk about them in relation to other Metroidvanias. Do a little bit of a, genre disciplinary study. Comparative analysis. English major. Cool. 1 second, I'll bring it back. Also something stupid like Fate Stay Night. I did threaten to play that when it dropped. Yeah, I would say in general right now, my biggest leanings are like more and shorter games because this is just gonna feel good on the schedule. Like being able to say like finale, we're done, moving on is so nice. All right, get him. Very understandable, facetious. Please, go and be comfy if you wish. Thank you for dropping by tonight. If you're leaving. If you're not leaving, then I'm not saying goodbye yet. Oh, okay. You're trying to stay, but you're being called. I see. I understand. Yo, we got the QP. Damn. We got messed up. But yeah, that's that's where I'm at. That's a lot of thoughts. We talked about it a lot this evening. I'm gonna try to remember it all this time. And roughly speaking, we have a lot of things to work on. What the hell? What is that noise? Oh, we got the Yakuza series. We got hella games to play. So like, we have too many things. The goal that I have is just to whittle it down to things that make sense and are good decisions, and then try things out. I think the big thing for me is I want to try more new things out and see how they go, which does point us to, oh my god. Which does point us to, again, more and shorter things on average. Again, like when we talk about the Archipelago 101 thing, where we could, and you can follow along at home because these games are inexpensive. You can play Pseudo Regalia, a short hike, and then do a rando of those two games all in 1 week. That would be like 3 whole different activities that are all related. That's really cool, I think. For me, I'm like, yo, that sounds like a sick week. So that would be cool. you know, we could do some, throw some other stuff in. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we go. But you know, supposing all these various things sound pretty reasonable to everybody listening now or later on the VODs, we will start to experiment with a lot of these things, and we will try to add them in. You know, one big thing is I think, you know, I will try, you know, like, I resisted the Siren Song of Rebirth this year, and that was a really good decision. Like, I want to play Rebirth still, but we did need to play it immediately. We can time it better. And so I think, you know, some of that is worthwhile. We can talk about PoE 2 as well. That fits into the category of, like, you know, ongoing games that I want to keep tabs on. I think it's a really fun category of thing to do. I love playing a game right after an update. So I think it's going to be a matter of do play new things if they're short, or, you know, things we can, like, you know, like I want to play Balatro the day it starts getting hype because I want to get into it early and try it out and, you know, keep tabs on it. But we need to play Rebirth day one. We can just stop playing Balatro. You know, if Air is something people really are interested in long term, we can keep playing more Air. But, like, or we could just play one Air. I played some this weekend offline. Air slaps so hard. It's not as, like, clean and polished and, like, you know, pure of a game as Balatro is, but it's really, really cute. I really like Air. I think it's a great time. Oh my god, that guy, like, killed us. Giant flan. Wait. People do not add to the weight count, apparently. Understandable. That makes sense. You wouldn't want to encourage cannibalism, would you? We had 200, we had 200. I at one point heard him say consume this, and I can't stop hearing him say that. I don't even know what he's saying. But I am like, he's saying consume this. Because you were consuming this. Worked very hard. Finally won. Okay. Yeah. So that's where I'm at. Again, I don't want to, like, I'm not over promising video stuff. I want to do it, but, like, no promises, because, yeah. Something's got to give. Yeah. It's something, yeah. Something does. But, what? I'm kind of bored. Moshi. Yeah. I'm still young at heart. Is that true? Yes, it is true. Katamari is fun. I want to finish F and Pikmin 4 too. We also, as other things we can do, of course, let's roll here. It's nice out today. All right, hiking time. Katamari. 12 minutes, 12 meters. I also, you know, do love doing our, like, series catch-up thing. So, like, playing Okami before playing Okami 2. I want to replay the Prime games before Prime 4 comes out, because I've only ever really finished Prime 1, and even then I'm not sure I actually finished it. And I have for sure not finished Prime 2, and I have never played Prime 3. That would be really fun. I like the Prime games. They're not that long. That's a dubs all around, I think. Maybe they're kind of long. Wait, okay, no, we're good. Prime 1, 2, and 3 are all right around 20 hours or less on howlongtobeat.com. for like completionists. So like, you know, 10 to 20 hours a piece. That sounds great. You can space them out. Wonderful. That is, I think, literally possible, but a tall order. To play all of Yakuza before Pirate Majima comes out. That's like a game that like I would like to play, but I don't know that we need to like force it into the schedule just because it's coming out, basically, right? Like, I want to, you know, see how long it is, see what the vibe is. Like, you know, it's tough because, like, you know, you can get, and this is, you know, as far as like inside baseball streamer stuff, this is variety streaming is in general a bad idea for stream growth, obviously. It is not a bad idea for stream growth if you are already a fairly large stream. Because people will be going into the game's category to look for streams of the game, but they will not be scrolling all the way down. They might scroll past the first few streams, but they will not be scrolling past the first few pages. And unless you are, you know, medium to large in, you know, sort of absolute terms, yeah, you're not, you're not getting done. People aren't going down there. So it's like, the regulars might show up, which I'm always happy about. I love when you all show up. I really appreciate you all. But we also have many projects internally to work on anyhow, amongst ourselves. So it's like, am I trying to play a new game just like to get new eyeballs? Because that's not really going to work on average. Interesting to think about. But anyway, yeah, like I said, never want to imply that the those of you who are showing up are not enough, because you are. If you weren't, I wouldn't be here doing the stream. So thank you all very much for watching. If nobody was here tonight, I would already be playing Honkai Star Rail. No, I'm just kidding. I'd probably be playing Ballionaire. I don't know. Maybe I'd just be watching YouTube videos. Who knows? But anyway, that's why I'm here. This is such an Kingdom Hearts Olympus Coliseum lobby ass song, actually. In retrospect. I was gonna say like genuinely like epic as in epic scale. But I have changed my mind and I'm pivoting to Olympus Coliseum ass song. So anyway, thank you all for listening to the rambles as always. I think that's about all of the, like, you know, we'll finish the level out, of course, and then we'll probably pivot to doing dailies or something. But yeah, that's about all of my major topics for the night, I think. I'm trying to think there's anything else I want to get around to. But yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of ideas that could be very large and time consuming. So I don't want to like come up with 70 ideas we won't get to for another year, right? Because we got stuff to get to. 14's a big one, right? If we actually do 14, which I'm intending to actually do in the next few weeks, that's a whole fucking thing. So like, you know. Something to keep in mind is like we got projects on hand. And if we're doing multiplayer stuff with Discord for stuff like Archipelago, that's also a whole thing. And for what it's worth, if anybody now has any interest in doing an Archipelago for the holidays over the next couple weeks, I would love to spin one up. So if anybody would like to join an Archipelago, just a casual like whatever game you feel like playing Archipelago, please let me know. I can definitely organize one. If you don't know what Archipelago is, or are confused about what game you would play, or both, say something. If you don't want to, that's also okay. What if I dropped everything and just read all of Yotsuba on stream? Yes. Yes, I think we should do that. We don't like loading. Can't manage the pompadour anymore. We can't handle hairstyle that draws so much attention. Shy and retiring we are with this position, yes. When we were young. Youth me very embarrassing. But it's important to love it. Very, very important, yes. Well, like, and like, yes. Here's the thing. That's the other side of YouTube we could do, and I keep threatening to do anime content. We could do it. I'm capable of it. But I could do a literary analysis of Don Don chapter by chapter on YouTube. I could literally do that. I am literally capable of pulling that off. I am interested in doing that. Do I have the time and energy? I don't know. On Steam Deck, that would be interesting. Oh my god, bodied. I think it's doable. It's like tough with some things. You need to get emulators set up, but I believe RetroArch is compatible with some more games now, which I think is easier to set up. If you go on like the big Archipelago Discord, like the official one, and just like Control F Steam Deck, that should give you some good results too. I've actually like fallen off super hard the last month or so on anime. I've been really off my grinds. TFW new job. Crying emoji. Skull emoji. I'm gonna be back. I have not actually watched it. Anybody see the Reze movie trailer? I need to watch it after this. Everybody excited for the Chainsaw Man movie? The Reze arc? Featuring fictional character Reze from Chainsaw Man? Yeah, I've been really off my grinds. The great news is Ave Musica is coming out in the next couple weeks, and I am deeply excited for this. Bang Dream My Go, It's My Go, excuse me, is one of the best anime I have ever watched. It's in like the top 20 at least, surely. It's probably higher than that, actually. It's very good. Why is it a spin-off of a music rhythm, of a gacha rhythm game? I don't know, but it's an extraordinarily good anime. The follow-up season to it is coming out soon. I'm very excited about this, as you can imagine. Also coming out is Fate Strange Fake. You should really watch this one, even if you have, if you haven't watched any Fate, maybe don't watch it. But Fate Strange Fake is a novel series written by the guy who wrote Durara and Bakano. It's very good. There is a hour-long premiere episode available right now. It's very good. The animation slaps like crazy. Strange Fake is very fun. Do watch Strange Fake. Do watch Arcane. This is not anime. Do watch Arcane Season 2, though. It's good. God damn, it's good. God damn, Arcane is good. I hate to say it. Yeah, you gotta watch My Go, Wayfuls. Like, once you start, like, we are in the golden era of girls band anime. You can also watch a girls band cry. But we're in a golden age right now. Bochi kicked off the golden age of piracy, but for girls band anime. I need to finish watching girls band cry. It's very good. We did it. We completed 12 meters. Oh, we can go to this. Okay. Yeah, I just thought. Like, broadly, all of this speaks to the same damn thing, which is to say, like, there's too many things happening now in the world. I don't know if y'all remember a very specific segment of Fairly Odd Parents where Timmy Turner warns his own dad in a Back to the Future type thing that in the future there will be 500 TV channels and nothing to watch. And like, I don't know what that popped in my head, but that is like kind of where we're at right now. There's just two. It's not, and sorry, it's both better and worse than that. It's not that there's nothing to watch. It's that there's everything to watch. MYGO, Crunchyroll. The reason why I'm shilling MyGo so much is that also it is a pun on MAIGO, so both should work. You do not need to have played Mandori or know anything about it. It is fully self-contained. There are some like cameo appearances of other characters. It is just like legit one of the better anime I've watched. It takes a couple episodes to get rolling, but it does also lead off pretty with some nice drama and theatrics. But it's very, very good. I aggressively stand behind it. It's kind of wild to me that it didn't take off in the West as hard. But this is like, it's like a certified phenomenon in China, especially for some reason. So this shit blew up. $30 meters? It's possible, but I think I need to not like fumble horribly like I just did. Obviously, also, like, literally, like, to be clear, like, I do not feel, like, any, like, actual obligation to do this, but I am recommending it aggressively, is what I'm trying to say. I have watched it twice already with different people, and I was, like, stunned at how good the rewatch was. I was like, maybe I was just like, you know, feeling emotional. No, it's like actually that good. It's so sharply written. So sentimental and startling. So what's this? It's a Katamari. How fiercely large. It's very provocative. It's fierce. Good night. Just get some sleep. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for your thoughts and hanging out, of course. And we'll see you this week. If you're around. If not, then enjoy your holidays. Katamari feels plants-ish. Like Katamari, that's vehicles-y. Okay, very invigorating. Taking a few years off, too. Thank you so much, Your Highness. Wow, this is an exciting Katamari. I never got on it because I heard there was like severe subtitling drama, and also people I trust said it was mid, and so I never got on it. So I believe it fell off, but yeah, unfortunate. This season, like the big hit, of course, is Down Down. The fact that the roots of the tree stay completely still is always the wildest part to me here. Domestic abuse. Not even once. Okay. Shooting stars, yes. Okay. Okay. If you have future thoughts, please leave them in Twitch, YouTube, or Discord, or on Twitter or Blue Sky, which I forget to check. So I don't know if I checked the Blue Sky for SL at all. But leave a thought somewhere. Let me know. I will continue streaming this evening, but we will be ending the Katamari session. Thank you for being here. If you're watching the Katamari session, this is it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being here for this many years. God damn, I've been streaming for a long ass time. Mostly very casually for small numbers of hours, but like, hey, it's been a long time. Thanks so much for being here, folks. I really appreciate everybody. Like, genuinely, it's kind of insane to me. I know it's like a very like trite thing to say, but like, damn, I've been streaming for a long time. A lot of you have been here for a long percentage of that time. That's crazy to me. That's like genuinely hard to process. So thank you for your time. Thank you for your thoughts and your energies. And I'll see you around. This is not the end of year Katamari necessarily. We could do another small sesh on New Year's. So stay tuned for that. May come on for like an hour. But if this is the end of the year Katamari, then thank you for a wonderful 2024. This was, I think, quite a solid year despite my, as I mentioned earlier, my personal chaos. And I'm really looking forward to feeling a little invigorated right now and carrying that into the next year. I don't want to just start at the New Year's, start before the New Year's. Continue your habits and press onward. Thanks for being here, folks. I'm Essel. I'm going to play some Zenless Zone Zero, like literally right now. But this is where the Katamari ends. So thanks for being here. Good to see you. Until next time. Peace. YouTube folks, I'm going to switch over to a different stream. So you might have to refresh. I don't know how this works.